Some things never change, and some things do. Being surrounded by rapidly changing society, people easily forget the stable values.
However, these values are not far from us and are waiting to brightly shine once again. Recall the history, rebound the people, and regenerate the society.
We, Enactus, believe this process will work as a trigger to revive and empower the underrated values. The two main values we're trying to revive are cloth manufacturing and shoemaking.
In the late 1900s, sewing factories in Dongdaemun Changsindong used to produce more than 70% of the clothing sold in Korea.
그때하고 지금하고 뭐 장수 차이나 이 생산력으로 보면은 하나가 다르지.
But now, the factories are facing a serious degeneration. In 2019, according to the sewing factory owners, the quantity of the clothing they sold had reduced up to 50% compared to the previous year. What's worse, most of the workers are paid much less than the current minimum wage. These are the causes of the problems the sewing industry is facing. First, because the factories are not suitable for mass production, the factories are only accepting small quantity orders, and therefore, the orders they could receive are very limited. Second, most of the sewing factories are in the structure of receiving work by contract with larger companies. That being so, if the contracts are cancelled, the sewing factories suffer enormous damage. We figured out the needs of improving income by increasing their quantity of work and regenerating the local sewing industry through relieving financial problems of the sewing factories. To fulfill the needs, we came up with the online platform that not only enables communication between sewing factories and fashion designers, but also provides the crowdfunding system. The online platform will provide information about sewing factories to the fashion designers, so that the designers could find the right factories for their items. Then designers could upload their work orders as image files, and this brings more convenience of giving and receiving orders. Through this process, this platform will eventually bring increased amount of orders to the factories. However, we needed to seek for the best way to improve the income for the workers steadily in the long term. For this, we added crowdfunding system for clothing. Designers create a funding and gather consumers in advance. Then, the designers give orders of the expected number of items to the factories, and factories produce them. The factories cannot deal with mass production because they are too small, but designers' small quantity orders from crowdfunding could solve this problem. And there are 3 actions we took to make it happen. First, we concluded the partnership with 서울 의류봉제 협동조합. We regularly meet up with the manager of the association to share ideas about the platform. Second, we entered the 2020 Clothing Manufacturer Supporting Fund competition. Above all, we needed the capital to get the project off the ground. Therefore, we cooperated with the association throughout the process, and as the result, we were selected as one of the business. Third, we are currently developing the website. We have concluded contract with the website developer and are about to launch the website. Through winning the supporting fund competition, we acquired 40 million won. And with the capital, we are developing and promoting the website. All of this worked to inspire the sewing factory workers, to give them hope for the regeneration of the sewing industry, and most importantly, it proved that our project is a feasible idea. Financially, workers of sewing factories will gain work directly and earn much higher income. Socially, the regeneration of sewing industry will bring back the life of the local business. And environmentally, the nature of crowdfunding creates much less stock, which means less clothing waste, and this will lead to reduction of environmental pollution. We are planning to use 45% of the support fund to recruit designers for the crowdfunding and to promote the platform. Also, we will expand the areas and increase the number of factories we include in the platform so that all the sewing factories in Korea can get back up again. In the long run, it will not be only the regeneration of the sewing factories in Changsindong, but it would be the regeneration of the sewing factories all over the country. We will get through this together to regenerate Cheongsin-dong once again, until we bring back the lively street we saw 40 years ago. We are closer, the trigger that empowers people and society.
Seongsu-dong is a place where handmade shoemakers have maintained their stores and livelihoods for decades. It was their devotion and pride that made shoemakers to devote their whole lives in the shoe industry. However, shoemakers in Seongsu-dong are quickly losing their place. Every year, the number of factories and sales are decreasing rapidly, which reflects the decline of the industry. To find out more about the matter, we, Eunice, visited the footwear factory in Seongsu-dong. We will do anything to survive. This one word triggered us to find out ways to solve the problem. There were three main factors that triggered the problem. First, handmade shoes have very high production cost. Since the shoes are solely for one person, it must reflect personal taste and size, which increases the overall material cost. As a result, 80% of the total price is production cost, which pushes the market price even higher than 200,000 won. Second, complicated distribution channels decrease the rate of returns. During the distribution process, irrationally high commissions are charged, which dramatically lowers the profit margin of the shoemakers. In return, shoemakers only receive abnormal profit ratio of 2.8%, which clearly threatens their livelihoods. Third, the purchasing process is very uncomfortable. In order to make a fit footwear, it is important to measure the exact foot size. For consumers who are familiar with online shopping, visiting the offline stores may seem time-consuming. In order to simplify the complex distribution channel, we tried to create an online platform. However, since we couldn't measure one's foot online, there was no big difference between ready-made and handmade shoes. We had to find another way to emphasize the unique values that only applied to handmade shoes. We came up with the solution of B2B model. Through this model, we can save production costs by group purchasing the materials, simplify the distribution channel through direct dealing, and solve the uncomfortable purchasing process by visiting the client for the foot measurement. We believed standing workers, such as workers in hotel and flight attendants, can be a perfect client of our B2B model. We saw this opportunity by interviewing 20 workers who stood more than 8 hours at work. They desperately needed a comfortable shoe that prevents them from various foot problems. After we saw this opportunity, we created a B2B model that connects handmade shoe factories with corporate client, where there are many standing workers. Eunice worked together with SST, a cooperative of 11 handmade shoe factories. Due to the close production network and equipment, they are capable of large customized production. Besides SST, we partnership with 3D foot scanner manufacturer MyFootSize. We directly visit the corporate client with our 3D foot scanner and undergo precise foot measurement. With the collected data, shoemakers of SST produce customized handmade shoes. Eunice can act as a bridge that connects these two groups together through marketing, sales, and product planning. We are different. We can provide precise measurement and comfort. With the 3D foot scanner, we can provide footwear even to the people who have foot problems and abnormal foot shape. Furthermore, based on the data, shoemakers can make comfortable shoes that reflect foot characteristics. Lastly, with the direct distribution, we reduced the commissions, which enables customized services in a reasonable price. Eunice were recognized by number of competitions, and as a development fund, we earned total 31,650,000 won. Furthermore, by participating in Hyundai Haesang Siat program, we were able to attend various mentoring programs that helped us broaden our perspectives. As a result, we are undergoing 4 meetings with Jeju-항공, Jeju Hotel, Yongpyeong Resort, and Playa Gangwon. We believe these 2 following goals will empower the shoemakers in Seongsu-dong. Through the B2B model, we believe shoemakers can obtain constant profit. By providing steady workloads, shoemakers can enhance their working desire and craftsmanship. Now we are having relationship with 55 shoemakers in Seongsu-dong, but we hope to broaden our project toward other 500 shoemakers in this area.
예전에는 일감이 적었었는데 유니스랑 이런 이제 프로젝트를 같이 하면서 공장 관계자들도 그렇고 장인분들도 많이 이제 희망적인 얘기를 많이 들어서 좋아들 하시고 저희도 좀 더 활기차진 것 같아서 좋은 것 같습니다.
In this year, we are planning to establish a corporate body and change into social enterprise in order to maintain steady contracts. In the long term, based on the large database we collected, we will find out the most comfortable foot size for the customers, and by doing so, can broaden our B2B model to B2C model even without the measurement process. We believe these plans will enhance the sustainability of the project. We regenerate Seongsu-dong, where we revive the local economy once again. We are Eunice, a trigger that empowers people and society.
Our two projects turned our eyes upon fading values and are trying to awaken the local industry. Recall the history.
We remembered skilled workers and factories whose techniques must meet with new strategy.
Rebound the people.
By creating a B2B channel and online platform, we broadened the working opportunities.
Regenerate the society.
These new opportunities will become a stepping stone for Seongsu-dong and Changshin-dong to fly high once again.